What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Respectfully. I am your host, Cam Farmer. And today, man, let's just get right into this. This episode is going to be not too long, but this is an episode where um, this is my letter to Kawhi Leonard. To Kawhi Leonard, when you won that 2019 championship with the Raptors, and shortly thereafter, you went to the Los Angeles Clippers. Los Angeles didn't just gain a basketball player. They didn't just gain a champion. They gained a product of its own. And when you brought Paul George with you, I'll never forget it. I was just about to be a freshman in college, and I get a notification on my phone around 2 a.m. Dude, I was excited. Reigning finals MVP champion and a top 3 finalist for MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. I thought there were going to be championships, multiple at that. I thought there were going to be parades, camaraderie, the whole nine. But I would be so remiss, Kawhi, if I did not speak on how deflating it has been constantly seeing this franchise that you've been a part of fail. I don't say that to ridicule you, or I don't want to say ridicule because that's not the most appropriate word. I am not the I am not the individual that will come on here and question your effort and question the legitimacy of your injuries, because anybody who knows and keeps up with the Clippers, let alone who's a part of the organization, knows that you want to be out there. You want to play. And unfortunately, injuries have riddled your career with the Clippers. I cannot stress to you how frustrating it is constantly getting notifications on my phone where you're going to be out for a long period of time. It's so frustrating to me seeing other Clippers fans, other Kawhi Leonard fans talk about how what you did to bring Paul George with you to the Clippers, giving away Shea and all of those first round picks. It's so frustrating seeing that because I agree with them. What you did set the Clippers back multiple years. Only one conference finals appearance to show for it. Only one. No championships. Not even a championship appearance. But you know what, Kawhi? Through all of that, you have blocked out the noise. You have blocked out the doubt. You have blocked out the naysayers and what they think you should be doing. You need to retire. You need to be traded. You need to be benched. You can't trust Kawhi Leonard to be healthy. Injury after injury, you've come back. And you've shut people up time and time and time again. I'm going to keep riding with you. You know, it's crazy. Even after all the stuff that's happening with the investigation with Aspiration and the Clippers and yourself, I'm still rocking with you, bro. Believe it or not. Now, you have no idea who I am, but I know who you are. But I would be so remiss if I didn't speak on how your absence in the last 6 years has affected the franchise, has affected your teammates, has affected the fans, who some believe that if you went to the Lakers instead of Anthony Davis, you would have another championship. And everything that I'm saying, that's what the media says. Everything that I'm saying is what we constantly see on the first takes, on the get ups, on majority of the sports media platforms about how you've been unavailable. But this is where I appreciate you more than you could possibly know. But this is where, or this is what the media doesn't want to know about Kawhi Leonard, who is also consistently unavailable. Kawhi Leonard, in August of 2019, Kawhi Leonard partnered with the Clippers Foundation and the nonprofit organization Baby to Baby to donate over 1 million backpacks to the children of the Moreno Valley, Inglewood, and Los Angeles United School Districts, making it the largest donation ever offered to that school district. Kawhi Leonard also launched a campaign in February of 2020 called hashtag Kawhiit, in which Kawhi gave away over 19,000 backpacks for people to put food, blankets, and books in them, with his mantra being, let your actions do the talking. He also met with teachers from his old middle school, Palm Middle School, to help give away backpacks full of Google Chromebooks and school supplies to students. You not only did that, but you also distributed New Balance shoes to children attending after-school childcare programs operated by the city of Moreno Valley. You also helped build a basketball court in his hometown, in your hometown, of Moreno Valley, California. You also collaborated with Youngboy and Rod Wave on Culture Jam, in which you donated a portion of the proceeds to Mamba and the Mambacita Foundation. You also donated a Kia Sorrento after winning the Defensive Player of the Year in 2015 to an organization called Respite Care, which is an organization providing aid for children with special needs and those who have been subject to abuse. Respite Care was a center that had been in need to take children around the city, to zoos, to museums, to theme parks, the whole nine. And Kawhi Leonard was selfless enough to donate what had been blessed to him to other people. Kawhi Leonard, you are one of the most selfless human beings. I didn't even mention the fact that you went to Rwanda and China to help spread the knowledge of basketball to the next generation. I didn't even mention the fact that you helped build another basketball court in the country of Rwanda. You are one of the most selfless human beings, Kawhi Leonard. And so while everybody will talk about your time being with the Clippers as a failure, real ones know, excuse me, real ones know what you have done. Millions of families have been impacted by your compassion, by your gratitude, by your kindness, by your generosity. And so, yeah, could this go down as a complete failure? Your tenure with the Clippers, could this go down as a complete failure in NBA's history in terms of basketball? Sure. But all of those families that you've impacted in the school system, outside of the school system, they will never forget what you've done for them. And your story throughout the last 6 years of being with the Clippers is bigger than winning championships. It's bigger than all NBA teams. It is about how you have been determined to come back when people say to sit down, when people say to give it up. But you've come back every single time and shut them up. So to some individuals who see this will just think this is nothing more than a Kawhi Leonard fan being delusional. No, it's bigger than the game of basketball. Kawhi Leonard didn't win a championship with the Clippers. You're right. But guess what? He's probably impacted more families and people around him than your favorite player ever will. And you can book that. So that is my letter to Kawhi Leonard. Thank you, Kawhi, for the frustrations. Thank you for the hurt. But also thank you for what you've done and meant to so many people around the world. You will never be forgotten, brother. That's it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a great rest of your night, great rest of your day. Be safe. God bless. Love.